Hey, what is going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video to do my Green Bay Packers Week 8 Beast Recap show. The Green Bay Packers, my Green Bay Packers, defeated the Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh of a score of 35-25 in a very, very dominant victory by the Green Bay Packers. First victory in Pittsburgh since Bart Starr was the starting quarterback for the Green Bay Packers, which is huge. Now, of course, the Steelers joined the AFC conference, the primarily dominant AFL team conference. So the odds of us playing Pittsburgh that many times since 1970 weren't that many. But still, nonetheless, we had never beaten them in Pittsburgh since then. So, huge win in that sense. Jordan Love getting a win against our former starting quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. I was kind of concerned about that going into the game, especially after they lost a game they probably should have won against the Bengals last week. But yeah, we looked very, very well versed. A little shaky in the first half. I thought we did pretty good. We had a touchdown in the first half. But the Steelers, the biggest takeaway was our defense stopped them from getting touchdowns when they were in the territory, when they were moving the ball earlier. They were able to kick 4 field goals in the first half. So that's something that, even though, them getting points sucked, those field goals, those long field goals were basically, stopping them from getting touchdowns, which could have put a very, very back-breaking thing on the game. Biggest thing, takeaway from this game from the first half is Brandon, our kicker, who was active over Lucas, because he supposedly he was ready to go, but he didn't look that good. The 57-yard field goal, he was about a yard away from making it, but Steeler Stadium isn't is actual real grass, so there's an advantage for the Steelers on that. But another problem is I feel like Brandon was taken off of the injured list way too quickly. I feel like he needed another week of rest, and they should have put Lucas in, because I feel like Lucas would have made that 57-yard field goal. He also missed I think it was a 40-yard field goal right before the half, which was a very makeable field goal. So not a good day for Brandon. He did get a couple of pair of chip shot field goals towards the end of the game, but there was really no pressure on those ones. But we got to start reevaluating. I mean, when you have a kicker last week who literally was a substitute teacher that goes up there and kicks a 61-yard field goal, which was the difference in that game, by the way, against the Cardinals, right before the half, Packers record, there's got to be some type of discussion now with that, because Lucas was not active for this game. So those were my takeaways from it. Second half, we came out and we just corrected everything. Tucker Kraft just totally went off, made that huge catch. He made a beautiful catch. It looked like it was going to be an interception or just an incompletion, because Love got hit as he threw it. It was a pop fly essentially, and the defender wasn't ready for it, and Tucker Kraft positioned himself to make that catch, and that just changed the whole trajectory of the game after that. The huge gain there. At the end of the day, Jordan Love went 29 for 37 attempts, 360 yards passing yardage. He had 3 touchdown passes. He gave up no sacks in this game. So yeah, surprisingly, our leading rusher was Wilson, who had 11 attempts for 61 yards, no touchdowns, but definitely did a lot on the ground. Josh Jacobs, our number one running back, had 13 attempts for 33 yards rushing and one touchdown. This was, I also think, contributing. Obviously he's been kind of injured the past couple of weeks playing, so they kind of wanted to limit it. And when Wilson's doing what he's doing, they are able to get away with that. But in my opinion, the MVP of this game was Tucker Kraft. 7 receptions, 143 yards receiving. He had not one, but 2 receiving touchdowns. Christian Watson made his return. He had 4 receptions for 85 yards. This is his first game back. Did very well. A lot of deep ball throws. Romeo Doubs had 3 receptions for 44 yards. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more from him. He also did complete a 2-point conversion for the Packers on one of their touchdowns. Heath had 3 receptions for 29 yards receiving. Wilson had 3 receptions for 26 yards. Josh Jacobs had 3 receptions for 12 yards. Yeah. Parsons had a sack in this game on Aaron Rodgers. He was on him all day. Gary had 2 sacks. And that was it for the sacks. That was 3 sacks. The Packers did commit a fumble, and they were able to recover it, which pretty much at that point iced the game. Aaron Rodgers in the second half really just could not follow the stuff Jordan Love was doing. There was a lot of miscommunications. I will say, on another note, especially early on in the first half, is that Sean Hockley was completely, him and his staff was completely incompetent in this game. I am going to put that out there. There were some early calls that we got that should have been called that weren't. And then there were some calls the Steelers got that were pretty much the same that we did, but we didn't get the calls for them. And then there was some huge controversies with the offsides, for example, or the encroachment or neutral zone infraction that the Packers committed, but the referees didn't call it. But then after they didn't call it, they huddled up about 45 seconds after the play? And they were huddling up oh yeah, is this a penalty or not? And they ultimately said it wasn't. But that was such bullshit. Because it's not a challengeable offense. There were a lot of things. The touchdown the Steelers got with 2:07 left. They originally ruled it incomplete. The Packers had no challenges, and it was above of 2 minutes, so they couldn't do a booth review. And then the eye of the sky of replay assist basically comes out and says it's a touchdown. And this was over a minute afterwards. And I was like, this is some straight up bullshit. I'm not saying that wasn't a touchdown, because it was, but they didn't rule it a touchdown originally. And the Steelers didn't have a challenge. They didn't have a challenge, and it was above 2 minutes. There was just some shady bullshit going on with the referees. The referees, Sean Hockley's team was really terrible in this game. I'll just say that right now. But yeah, we got the job done. We're 5-1-1. Happy for that. You know, we got the Panthers. We're going to have the Eagles soon. Like, I mean, the Panthers next week, which shouldn't be that much of a challenge, but you never know. Eagles are coming up, and that team we got to beat. We got to beat that team. You know, they knocked us out of the playoffs. They beat us. They beat us in week 1. They knocked us out of the playoffs. That's the team we got to beat. But yeah, I mean they're seriously with Brandon's performance with the field goals, only being able to make, you know, the longest he made today was a 28-yarder. And I mean, you know, he made a 28-yarder. That was it. 28-yarder. That was I mean, that was his longest. He made 2 field goals, but the long ones were, you know, he couldn't make them. And I don't know if we should blame the coaching staff for this or not, because I think maybe we could have kept him out another game and have Lucas in there. Maybe that would have been different. But there's got to be some talk about that now going forward. Going forward, we got to have some talk about Lucas and Brandon. But yeah, this is very good. We prevented Aaron Rodgers from getting a win on us. We prevented, you know, from him from winning, which is huge because I was very concerned about that. Going in, Brett Favre beat us the first time we played him twice. So when it was Aaron versus Love, I was like, oh no, this isn't good. But nonetheless, I am very, very happy that we got the dub here, you know. Very, very happy we got the dub. But yeah. But yeah, guys, you know, there's a lot of stuff we can correct. I mean, we haven't played most of our division teams yet, other than the Lions, who we beat. We're first place in our division. And there's going to be a lot of tests going, because there's going to be a lot of teams coming up that we need to beat. And, you know, to kind of keep in pace with the NFC. But I like this win. This was a very good win, especially with the struggles in the first half, and then to correct it literally all in the second half. It was bang, bang, bang. We kept scoring touchdowns. We kept moving the ball. I was very, very impressed at how we dominated. Like, the only concerns again is the secondary coming out of this game. They really gave us problems in the first half and even at some points in the second half. So that would be my only thing coming out of this. But overall, great team win. Packers win. And that's it. Make sure to comment, rate, if you like this video, my videos, please subscribe, hit the notification bell for the latest content. Thank you. And that's about it, guys. Go Pack Go. I am the SS Ultimate Goku, and I'm out of here. Peace. Also, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Obviously, follow the Twitch, same name. Instagram, same name. Also, I do have a Discord link in the description where I discuss various topics, including this one here. And now I'm out. Peace.